with it whatsoever. Why is Kevin Stefanski confident we'll see a better Baker Mayfield this coming season? And Dak Prescott, rumored to be close to 100%. Not there yet, though. What does that mean for the Dallas Cowboys? Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Welcome to First Things First. Jenna Wolf alongside Nick Wright, Brandon Marshall, Kevin Wilds. Nick, Super Bowl again for the Cowboys? You had them high up last year.
Yes.
I don't think I can go out on that limb once again. I don't think I can go out on that limb again, Jenna.
Do it. Do it, Nick.
It's a shaky limb. It's a real shaky limb, Nick. All right, we'll get to that in a bit. We got to start with the Lakers and the Suns. Phoenix was hot coming in. They were hot going out like acid-wash jeans. Suns doing it despite losing Devin Booker. He was tossed in the third. Suns doing it despite LeBron putting up 38 points. Phoenix Suns, your winner over the King and company. Hey, Brandon, did last night prove that LeBron James cannot carry this Laker team all by his lonesome?
To some, I mean, but for others who were being honest knew that it was impossible for LeBron to carry this team, the team that took the floor last night, to a championship. You know, look, LeBron James is awesome. He's great, but he can't do it alone. You know, we know they didn't have AD, they didn't have Gasol, they didn't have Kuz, and it wasn't enough. You got a team, a red-hot team, probably the hottest team in the NBA right now in the Suns. They have something to prove. They haven't been to the playoffs in 10 years or so. And you have two guys who are on a mission to change that narrative right now. So they had to have this game. For them to elevate and go to another level, they had to have it. Yesterday I said, look, Nick, if LeBron don't drop 50, they're not going to win this game because he didn't have the help. So for them to win this game, LeBron had to drop 50. He dropped 38. He came up 10 points short, and that was the reason why, because he didn't have the help. So they need all the help they can get moving forward when they get healthy from these guys. Hopefully they can get healthy and they come back and they can actually contribute and help this boy out.
So I must admit, yesterday when Brandon said, if LeBron doesn't score 50, the Lakers can win, or the Lakers can't win, I'm glad I was off camera because I will admit, I rolled my eyes a bit. I was like, come on, man. That's such a ridiculous statement to make. He has to score 50 for them to win. But then he scores 38 and they lose by 10. And I'm like, well, 38 plus 10, that's 48. So technically, I guess he needed 49 last night for them to win. Brandon was absolutely right about last night's game. And I'll tell you the moment I knew the Lakers were in trouble. When the first guy off the bench was Jared Dudley, I said, oh, boy, this could be a long night for my Lakers. It's going to be a tough night. And I like Duds, and he's a great media guy, a great leader, but it shouldn't exactly be in your immediate rotation when you're fighting at the moment for the 2 seed in the Western Conference. With that said, Wilds, I do think a lot of this is concern trolling. Almost like concern cosplaying with the Lakers. Can they win the title without Anthony Davis? No. Now, I do think they could win the West without Anthony Davis. I do think they could beat the Suns in a series, the Clippers, and certainly the Jazz without AD. But in the finals, you would either need AD to guard Embiid, to guard Giannis, or you would need AD scoring to counteract the net. So I don't think they could win the championship without him, even though I think they could get there. But he's not going to be gone. Like, nobody thinks Anthony Davis is not going to be back shortly after the All-Star break. So is this a championship team without Anthony Davis?
I think
no.
Wilds thinks that.
Are they? So, Wilds, do you think he's going to be gone for a long time? You think that Anthony Davis is going to be gone for a while?
I was more nervous than you are, Nick.
No, that's right, Jenna. I like to consider myself an empathetic guy. I'm a little bit of a worrier. I'm concerned. I don't consider myself a Laker concerned troll. Just like when my grandmother worries about me, I say, Grandma, stop trolling me. Like, stop sending me emojis and get off social media trolling me because you're worried. Here's why. The Achilles scares me to death. It scares me to death. The Lakers have played 36 games. He's missed a third of them. In the last 8, Nick, they're 3-5. He's going to miss a few more after the break. He's probably going to miss 3 more, maybe come back against Charlotte. So the lack of the offseason, I know we don't talk about it enough. I think it's a major issue. And just think best case scenario. AD is not coming back from, a broken arm where it heals up and he's ready to go. I still think we're going to see minutes restrictions. I still think we're going to see load management. And I know that we had your list of teams. This is why I thought last night was interesting. You have to worry about Denver. You're saying you don't have to worry about the Jazz, even though they're fantastic. You're going to have to worry about the Clippers. Now you're going to have to worry about DeAndre Ayton in the middle. And Jared Dudley's not the answer. So if maybe I'm a concern troll, so be it. I just think of myself being like, a nice guy, worried about
Wildes, here's what I think. I thought everyone on this show said before AD was missing time, but he was consistently listed with the Achilles or the calf injury. And in fact, I know for a fact we had as a topic, what should the Lakers do with Anthony Davis? And every single person across the board said, be overly cautious. Rest him longer than you need to so he can be fully healthy. Now they're doing that, and you're like, oh, it worries me. Well, listen, the guy's got a sore Achilles. Will he come back and
contribute, though? He wasn't playing well. Yeah, he has a sore Achilles, but when he comes back, who are we getting? What AD are we getting, Nick?
Well, they had the best record in the NBA with him playing, even though he wasn't playing at an A+ level. So I think him coming back, they'll be just fine, Jenna.
So there's another little wrinkle to this. While AD sits and rests and gets better, LeBron didn't travel with the Lakers to Sacramento for tonight's game against the Kings. LeBron getting some much-needed rest. Nick, how badly do LeBron and the Lakers need the All-Star break to maybe recoup, get healthy again, both him and AD?
Well, I think it's a shame that LeBron's not playing tonight because it would be fitting if LeBron could have ended the coaching career of Luke Walton, the only coach he couldn't drag to the playoffs. And I think Luke Walton's probably not going to coach much longer than this evening. So it would have been nice if LeBron could have played. But Brandon, speaking of concern trolling, I am old enough to remember the concern being is LeBron playing too much. And so now LeBron, he was clearly worn down from playing all 36 games. That's why he only scored 38 last night instead of the 50 that you correctly called that he needed. So now he gets an extra night off for the All-Star break. I do think the break is coming at the right time for the Lakers, not because LeBron is tired, but because Anthony Davis would be missing the next 10 days either way. And so it's better that they only have one game over the next 10 days or so during the All-Star break, and AD gets the All-Star game off as well, obviously.
Yeah, I just want to make sure moving forward that there isn't a double standard here, right? This sounds a lot to me like load management. Why is he taking a night off? That's the thing that we've been talking about all year. Oh, LeBron James should win MVP because all these other guys are resting. Sounds like he's starting that now. It sounds like he's finally embracing reality that he can't do it alone. So LeBron James taking his night off is telling us that he is tired, that he needs the rest, Wildes. So all this other stuff about, LeBron can play every single minute, he can play every single night, it's terrible thinking.
But hold on. I can't let that stand. No one has argued he should play every single game. Nobody has argued that. And the idea, nobody has said you should play all 82. Yes, really. Show me the person. I'd like to find them. I'd like to know who they are because I haven't heard that or seen that. But there is a difference between
your stance on why he should win MVP and why he's the greatest player is because everybody else takes nights off. You highlight James Harden. You highlight all these other guys. Well, not James Harden. You highlight, Joel Embiid. You highlight all these other guys, and you say, well, you know what? LeBron James is the greatest player because he doesn't take time off. We crushed Kawhi. We crushed the Clippers. Load management. So I don't care if it's one game. Why is he taking tonight off? Is he hurt? Is something going on that we don't know of?
So two things. One is, the reason I say LeBron is the greatest player is because LeBron is the greatest player. It's because he's better at basketball than anyone who's living or has ever lived. That's actually why he's the greatest player. But there is to act like there is not a drastic difference between a guy who is going to play, call it 97% of his team's games, and a guy who might play 82% of his team's games is intellectually dishonest. I have said, I can't speak for anyone else, all year and for multiple years, that it is not smart for most guys to try to play 82 of 82. That playing 76 to 78 games makes sense. Kawhi got crushed last year and the year before because he was playing in the low 60s on an 82-game schedule.
Well,
Embiid, what hurts him this year is he's missed 20%.
What makes you the sports scientist? Is it 76 games or is it 62? Like, yeah, Nick, right. I respect you, and I'm going to follow you when you give me statistics and you give me history.